Welcome to another vlog. Today I am driving the new Honda WRV. This happens to be the key of the vehicle. So we have a button over here to remove the physical key, although it has got automatic start stop system and stuff like that. So this is a diesel engine which we are going to drive. Well, that's a 1.5 liter diesel engine, Earth Dreams technology, ID Tech written right over there. Plenty of noise, you get insulation right over there. Now this is a BS complement engine, so you get LED projector headlights. Those are the side indicators. These LED DRLs look so fantastic. This is a LED fog light. Well, this is a towing hook, so in case your vehicle is getting towed, you get lots of silver finish on this vehicle. That's a Honda logo right over there. You get a bumper treatment which kind of feels sporty and nice. Well, coming to the side of the vehicle, so new WRV written right over there. The vehicle looks so good. It's a subcompact SUV which looks kind of nice. Well, you get a passive entry. Well, coming to the tire sizes, it has got beautiful finishing with silver and black cutting. So the tire size happens to be 195/60 R16 wheels. That's kind of nice. You get a bigger profile wheels for this vehicle as it's a SUV, I mean compact SUV. Well, you get roof lights on the top, you get a shark fin antenna. That's a spoiler of this vehicle. Well, from the back it looks so good. You get a rear wiper. This is a VX option we are going to drive. That's a ID Tech written over there. These rear tail lights look so fantastic, so good. These are very well done. So those are the side indicators. You get 4 parking sensors on the rear. That is the reverse parking camera. Lot of silver finishes here and there. That's a bumper treatment which adds beauty to it. Yes, that's the exhaust system. You get another towing hook for there, maybe to pull up another car or such like that, such as a Jazz. Well, so this is a diesel tank. So this is how you have to manually open it from inside. You get a sort of black cladding all over running, so it adds beauty to the space. Well, now you get chrome door handles. Doors pretty much wide, so it almost opens to 90-degree angle. Well, coming to the door, this is to lock and this is to open up the doors. You get nice upholstery treatment on the doors as well. You can easily fit a 1 liter water bottle. That is the power window control. Let's get into the vehicle. Doors feel nice. The seats are pretty much comfortable. You get nice mesh upholstery for this. Well, you don't get an adjustable headrest, neither do you get a center armrest as well. You get 3 handles in total. There is a hook to hang your coat or something like that. Well, the seats are pretty much comfortable. So you get a scooped out seat back. You get a magazine holder. No rear AC vents, which is kind of surprising. Floor is almost flat so that 3 people can easily sit in this vehicle. That's the passive shelf of the vehicle. Let me quickly show you the boot of the vehicle. Well, that is an electronic tailgate. Well, this is a passive shelf. Spare wheel is beneath it. Well, it's a bit of task. Well, yes, the spare wheel happens to be 195/60 R16, but it's not an alloy. You get same profile for both the main tires and the spare tire. Well, passive entry, I have the key in my hand. You get required sensors on both the sides of the door, front doors basically. So doors pretty much open large and wide. Well, these are the ORVM controls. This is to retract your ORVMs. Only the driver's side door get 1 touch up and down, and it's anti-pinch. If your child puts up the hand, it's not a problem for you. Well, for the driver's seat, you get manual adjustment. Well, those are the pedals. This is to open up the fuel cap. This is to open up the hood of the vehicle. Well, let's get into the vehicle. Well, the seat pretty much feels nice. Well, unlike other cars, the headrest feels so good. It gives you a relaxed feel. Well, here you have a glass holder or probably a bottle holder. It's placed right next to your AC vent so that you can cool your drink on the go. Well, the cluster looks nice. It has got some blue treatment. You got a tachometer on the left, you get a MID sort of treatment on the right. In the center you get a speedometer. Well, tilt alerts all over. That's a headlight thing. You get trip information. It also got a cruise control function. Well, this is for the voice command. This is to cut and accept the call. Horn feels nice. You get a cruise control. Well, this is a all unit. Well, the system is pretty much sleek, but not the the lighting doesn't feel much, so it's a bit of task when during sunny conditions. Radio, audio and video, you can even browse photos from this. You get a navigation system. Well, this is a climate control AC system, but it's not manual adjustable, so you get you get fingerprints all over the space as it's a gloss black finish. AC vents feel nice. You get brushed silver finish on this. Well, glove box is filled up with stuff. That's thing. But the pretty thing Honda has done is that it has given ample of space for the comfort of the people. So you get mesh sort of treatment for the seats all over. Well, this is the handbrake. This is the gear rod. It is so sleek. It's so it's not like a regular gear rod. It's a 6-speed transmission. You get space to keep stuff here. That's a power outlet. You get, I guess, you get 2 USB ports, out of which one is a fast charging. Beneath it, you get another power socket. It's a 12 volt written over there. You get space to keep stuff. Well, let me quickly just open up the wipers. 2 sprays on offer, cleans the windshield in no time. Well, you got a rear wiper too. Well, a bit of a task. Well, that's clearing. Well, that kind of feels nice. You get a mirror over here. You get some kind of black treatment over here. Yes, here you have a mirror but no lights, which is surprising. And here too you get a mirror but no lights. For the lights have been placed here. This is to adjust the light settings. And you get a sunroof with this vehicle. Well, that's essential for a subcompact SUV, which brings in a lot of airy feeling. Let me quickly close up the sunroof. Well, the blind has to be manually adjusted. Well, without any delay, let's get driving. Before driving, I urge everyone to fasten your seat belts, check for all the doors to be locked. Please don't try to imitate, safety is a must. Now let's get driving. So well, the clutch doesn't feel that hard as a diesel vehicle. Well, let's get going. Well, the instrument cluster felt like it's off a bit as soon as I have turned on the headlights. But the thing is that as soon as you you turn on the headlights, the cluster becomes dull, maybe to avoid distraction for you while you are driving in nighttime conditions. Well, the road isn't that great, but still it's not a problem for the WRV. Well, it's a subcompact SUV, which makes it so easy to drive, easy to handle any kind of situation, easy to tackle any kind of dirty road. You get a off-roading situation, but still it's not a problem for the WRV. It has got great dynamics, which makes it easy for the car to drive. And the steering feels so light, so good. Great amount of feedback from the steering wheel. It's not Hyundai Light, but still it has got, well, further, if you look at the cluster, it is giving me sort of lights, like it's changing from blue, green and stuff like that. Well, let's check. A bit of noise from the engine. Yeah, the pickup from this vehicle is not that great. It's hesitating to pull, but still it's good to drive this vehicle. Well, this 1.5 liter diesel engine, ID Tech engine, produces 100 horsepower, which is great for a vehicle because you need such a power to handle and move for the vehicle. Well, horn is nice. Well, controls are upright so that you don't feel like you are sitting in a car of this height, but still the driving feels nice. The AC cools the cabin in no time, which feels nice to tackle situations. Plenty of traffic, but still there is no uncomfortable feeling to drive this vehicle. It's so good to drive. The only thing is that the diesel vehicle doesn't pull, which kind of disappointing. This doesn't pull much, and you know, there is a kind of rattling, probably I can say that diesel noise coming into the cabin, which kind of irritates you. But well, a cool thing is that it has got like a digital, not a digital, it's a kind of reading unit which shows you the kilometer per liter, which is kind of feeling nice. Look at that, as soon as I'm on the accelerator, it's tending to slow down, and when you are driving in economical condition, the range increases. The company is claiming that it gives you around 22.1 kilometer per liter, which is kind of nice for a diesel, but still the power isn't great, I can tell. It's comfortable to drive, but for a car enthusiastic, this doesn't put a smile on your face. But let's test what this vehicle has got. Let's stop it here. Let's check what this vehicle has got. Adjusting the inside rear view mirror. Well, ORVMs are set upright. Well, revving the motor, ref only to 2,500 RPM. That's a Skoda Rapid. Lot of wheel spin on offer. Well, I'll be driving this vehicle in my style, but still that doesn't pull much. You don't feel like the vehicle is pulling much. We are already at 100, but you don't feel like you have already crossed it triple digit. Well, maybe because of the dynamics of this vehicle, Honda has a great job in providing ACE systems, which is kind of on the harder side. Well, a lot of engine noise into the cabin. Well, the traffic is distracting me a lot. Well, and there we go. That's it for today, guys. We'll be back with another vlog. Take care. See you soon. Bye.